Hi everyone, Dorota International nail artist and educator here. And today I have prepared for you some video with the purple nails. They look absolutely amazing. Have a preview of it in here. Those roses and the transfer foil and everything all together looks absolutely fantastic, and I hope you really enjoy watching this tutorial. If you're new in here, hit the subscribe button as there is lots of tutorials coming up every Monday, Wednesdays and Saturdays, so let's start. Another amazing design, guys. I am so in love. Look at those thumbnails, so romantic, so elegant looking, like absolutely amazing. So for this set you are gonna need our 274, which is a purple, and I will try to do them kind of randomly. So if we do dark purple here, then another one in there, try to paint it like quite neat around the cuticle area, because then the middle part is going to be kind of messy. But even if you've got some empty space, it is absolutely fine as well. This design will forgive a lot. And then paint it here. Then the top part, we are going to go for 253. And all those Upvoted gel polishes are available on our website. Now, I'm just painting. This color is very delicate, okay? I'm not painting in the middle part. I just really want to, first of all, bring my colors in. So all three together. And I don't want like a clean ombre. I want some line and texture, so it almost looks like, I think it looks much more romantic. Like you can see, we've got some lines going on in here, almost like on sky or something. And I'm using the ombre brush to kind of blend those colors in, but not like an ombre. So you can see it. I actually really love those lines coming through it. And then I'm doing the same. Don't do it only on the middle part. Like, so if you will be working on the client, do it only on the middle part. And then if it's necessary, you can touch up on the sides. Okay, so this way you do not put the product over the cuticle area. And that is perfect background for us. And then we are gonna cure it. Do exactly the same in here. So in the middle part, you can go pretty nice and fast, like you want those lines, dreamy lines going on. And then you just touch up with the color mixture which you've got on the brush. Like, it is absolutely fine. It doesn't have to be perfect as long as you got a tiny bit of color going on in there. Now I'm just gonna move my chair, guys, because I tend to cross my legs. This is terrible. And then that's better. Now I am more straight into camera. So blend those one in. This one is fine. Just leave it. That looks good. Okay, so the two previous tips are cooked, and I've got some transfer foil, but feel free to use like any one. So any blue, purples, pinks kind of theme going on. This one is actually fantastic because it has all the colors going through it. And I'm just gonna cut a small piece of it. You can even bend it in your fingers, just like this, damage it a little bit, you know, so you don't get too much of the coverage. And then just apply it randomly. The transfer foil would stick into the inhibition layer of the gel polish, which we've got in here. You wouldn't get a perfect look out of that, you know, it would be, you would need like a transfer foil gel or something, but the gel polish obviously has some inhibition layer, so some transfer foil will stick into it. Very random look. That's enough. So we've got just some tiny bit blink going on in here. And then we want to move on into the next step. So the color you want to go for is Purple Rain 242, and I use this color a lot. Actually, the entire rainbow collection, guys, I do tend to use that a lot. This one we don't need. And then another dark color. So I'm kind of picking up very dark colors in here. And then I want my white French gel. Painting with the gel polish on its own is just so time consuming and so difficult. So I'm just gonna clean my brush because I've got some paint in there, and then grab my white here and there. Okay, so let's start doing this background, and what you want to do is get those dark color. So where is my middle finger? So in the middle finger I'm gonna do in there. Okay, so I'm just painting those very dark background. And then I'm gonna freeze it in a lamp. Then this will be a ring finger, so on the ring finger I could place something there. And this finger I could place something there. Okay, look guys, I'm just really literally slapping the colors on. Okay, my middle finger, here we are. I clean a little bit from the tip of the brush and pick up my white and then add those darker colors through it and start mixing it. And I'm using the One Stroke Level 1 brush. And then we want to do the first layer. So my dark color is touching the dark color. And I'm just doing like a small petals, which are on the top. I planted some peony flowers in my garden as well. I hope they will give me nice blooms. Okay, pick up my color mixture again. I'm just gonna touch up this one to be a bit darker. Perfect. Now we are gonna give it a flash cure. That's the trouble with painting with the gels. You have to cure it because the next layer will smudge if you don't. Okay, so this is my back part. Flash cure it. And some of you actually asked me, did I done some art before, like in a school or something? I did in a primary school, but I learned from nails, like from trying, like painting hours and hours. And I do really suggest, guys, you keep practicing. One stroke is so amazing, like that's, you can really do it. I couldn't paint one stroke when I started, like really, I couldn't. It's just hours of practice and the fact of not being scared to try. What will happen if? So what will happen if I touch with my brush that way? I got some sort of leaf. What will happen if I wiggle my brush a little bit? I got something different. Then, you know, like I keep kind of playing with it, like had so many tips which like I bin it because the things didn't work out, but just keep trying and don't be scared. I mean, yes, I do have an eye for the things like, you know, I can really see the things there, and that's definitely makes the things easier. Like I have been always interested in like arty things, decorations, and those kind of stuff, so it does help. But what I'm doing now in here is just with the tip of my brush, I have painted another row of the petals, and each time I'm trying to make them irregular shape, like you don't want them to be exactly the same. Then middle part, just a tip of my brush, just to give some sort of design in there. And then I could squeeze one more leaf in here. And then I could squeeze some leaves in there. Now on the client, you can twist their hand that direction, or you would just really try it and go the other side. And I do that as well in a salon. Like I will record some sounds, one stroke as well, because I do use this technique a lot in a salon and my clients are always impressed. Okay, then some leaf in there. Now, when I'm painting the leaves, I'm trying to kind of use more straighter brush so they're nice and tiny. And you can do it actually really with the one stroke. Okay, another rose. So where would you place the next petal? Like I cannot place it there because I've got really nice bend in here. So I would either do it there, and I think that's the place to go. So my next petal is going here. going up because I've got some empty space, and then coming down without of hiding this beautiful bend which I've got in here. Empty space, show that bend, and another petal there. Okay, and then I can squeeze something on the bottom, on there, the middle part. There we are. That looks already okay. Actually, these two colors looks amazing together. Same situation going on in here. So I could do my petal there in between. Something nice and tiny inside. Then some leaves. Just go over them again. I pick up the color wrong, but that's okay. They still look really good. Okay, that's me happy with this one. You could also see it. It actually didn't. No, I'm not happy with this one. We can easily squeeze another row of the petals there. So if I'm squeezing petals inside, my brush is very straight. Nice and straight brush. Nice and slow. Okay, again, I'm gonna go here. Can you see it, guys? Yes. Nice and straight brush. Because we are painting tiny petals.
Or you can swap the brush for the
Demaster. Yes, you could swap the brush for the demaster. Then I'm just bended some petal, some leaf in there. Add another one. Add something here. Okay, so those leaves are kind of closed. This is a very easy. See, for very easy kind of a quick flowers, like easy for me, I do use the One Stroke Level 1. For more complicated flowers, I would use more advanced. Now, here I want to create the petal which bends the other direction. Here we are. And I could also just leave this one alone. And here we could squeeze another petal there. And yes, here the master brush, like absolutely, it would give me much nicer results than this sort of thing which I have tried to do in here. And then go over this leaf. But it's fine, like this isn't like complicated design, so like, and we can forgive lots of things. White, and I'm just adding more detail. Now here I've got unbelievably amazing bend. Look at this, guys. Just enhance it. Do something inside. Lucky is inspecting the e-file. Okay, then the middle part. And here I've got so just beautiful stuff going on. Just touch it up. Here bend. So if I'm painting a little bit thicker with my white, that's kind of bend the petal. Okay, that's plenty, I think. Don't want to overdo it. Something in there. You can even prolong the leaves and change their shape. Nice and wiggly. And I have used these brushes before in acrylic paints, and I love it. I really don't like swapping my so I have used this brush in acrylic paint, and after painting with acrylic paints, my brush is like brand new. It's just so amazing. It's so thin. It doesn't split. It's just a perfect brush, okay? But if I go opposite way and I try to paint with acrylic paints after the gel, it's a nightmare. It takes so much time to get that brush retrained. So yes, those bend, and I can really paint my gel nice and thin because my brush is just trained to paint such a thin stuff, and it will have a memory for it for some time, and then it will forget what we was painting. So it will be split again, and the tip will be more bent. I'm just checking. It's actually, yes, I even straightened at my broken tip. Yes, guys, I still have the same brush with no name on it. Unbelievable. Such a long time. But that's good. You want to, like, you know,
Save the money.
yes, save the money, actually, absolutely. Like, you know, you buy good stuff and you buy it once, you take care of it, and it will last you ages. And sometimes, like, I went through so much stuff. One thing, it was because of my own experience painting, and then secondly, because their quality wasn't the same. I love this one. Just leave it alone. Don't overdo it. And look what is going on here. Oh, okay. So from this side, it looks like this leaf is huge and it's just twisted. And I'm going to use that because from this side, I know it's two leaves I have slapped in. But what I want to do it is... There we are. And now you can see it. This is like a leaf almost holding the entire flower. Can you see that? Or it's just me?
Yes.
Yes, of course you can see it. Come on, you can see it too. Okay, that's my middle finger, so just slap. Oh, that was so ugly. Let's blend it. Do something there. Okay, I can just leave it on the side. Finish this one. Okay, what we've got in, and look at the difference. You know, just those couple touches of the liner, and things looks much prettier. So
Dimension.
yes, and I also think when we put the top coat, the things become even prettier. You know, and when I was painting on the beginning, I was never happy when I was looking at this. And of course, it doesn't look nice. Like, I mean, it doesn't look great. The first couple movements doesn't look perfect, and I have tried to fix them. And by fixing them, I was just making more mess. So now when I'm painting, I'm kind of accepting that we have got those kind of splash. And then later on, when I'm outlining, I would do a better detail. Like, you know, I can add something more in there. Now this one is screaming for something here, but I don't want to break it. It didn't. It didn't. Leave it. Nice shake. I love the deepness of those leaves. And the colors, like those colors together, absolutely stunner. Okay, that's enough on this one. Uh, Guys, look how I'm picking up. Like, if I want a straight line, I'm kind of doing it on my mixing palette first, so I can get it nicer and thinner. Actually, I'm quite impressed because normally you cannot paint this thin with the gel. This one I'm gonna cure it because there is nothing else coming over it. And then, oh, this one is done. Oh, wow. Okay, that was really fast, actually. Now, the last two touches. So what I want to do is take my base gel and take those studs. And we've got those studs on our website as well. They are amazing, actually. You've got so much, so many beautiful designer logo going on in there. And the one I have choose is here. So I'm just taking out two of them. And this is my favorite one. But it just doesn't go. It has to be this one. Okay, so it goes, there we are. And what you want to do it is you want to bend it a little bit because the nail isn't flat. And I have read one comment. Like, how would you do something on the, I think it was transfer foil. How would you do something on a client? It will be harder because their nails are curved. Actually, guys, doing on the natural.
Of the apex, eh?
Yes,
So
because of the apex. Believe me, actual nails are so much easier than those nails. They are so curved, like as crazy. The C curve on those tips is like crazy. Like you can see it. Look at this. Like I don't think so. Like I ever built this this much of the curvature on the extensions. Like maybe or maybe just the same. But no, they are easier. Like doing it on the actual nail is easier. The tips are flying everywhere and they really curved. And they big, so doing a full coverage transfer foil is really difficult. Sorry, that was off the subject for a different type of designs. So what I wanted to do it is take some brush, grab this, and then just bend it so slightly. You don't have to even press it hard. You just do like, that's it. Okay, do the same. Gosh, with those, just bend it. We've got the second one. I've got actually a tool in a drawer. I've got a tool which I got in Australia. And that was a tool which bends those kind of things. You just apply it on the nail and that's it. And yes, I've got all those sort of things. I have tried so many different things. But I am just lazy when it comes to doing the things. By the time I would find it, I would straight away bend it. And I do it the same way to the client. Sometimes less tools is better. And then I'm just going to attach it to make it nice and flat. Lower it a little bit. Perfect. And then give it a cook. Okay, then grab this one. You could also do it on the nail. I just didn't want to do it because I've got the base gel in there and I don't want to, I have no gloves and I really don't want to be playing with the products. I could do the slightly darker background there, or I could move that here. Yes, and then cure it. Okay, let's grab the top coat and we can just top this one. So just top coated the entire tip. Yeah, and I think like on the natural nails, I wouldn't have to bend them this much either. You could probably, because I use it in the salon and I actually didn't have to that much. So I think they are more curved than the natural nails, definitely. Most of my clients' nails are much flatter than this. And when I'm using those kind of embellishment suits, I would apply a tiny bit more top coat, like right in the middle, to cover it a little bit more. And no, because it's in the middle, it doesn't give you bulkage. If you would apply the top coat more on the sides, yes, it would give you quite a lot of bulkage. The way I do it is like nice and thin in here, and then I do it more in the middle. And those kind of top coat, because it's thicker consistency, I would cure it a little bit longer. Okay, so just apply it more in the middle. By the time you put it to the lamp, the top coat is gonna run a little bit anyway. I have hit it on the lamp, so I will see what results I get. But I cannot wait to show you the entire set. Unfortunately, on those nails, there is no way I could show you like how they would look on the hand, because they are all those gems going on in there. So far too thick. Oh no, let me check it. Yes, you can see it is all touched in here. Okay, in that case, what would you do? Is take a buffer and just gently scratch it and retop coat it. No, you can still probably see it. Maybe I will get away with it. What a shame. Lucky, what you doing? Ah, okay. So this one is ready. That's a middle one. Let's place it there. Very romantic set, like very, very romantic set. This one we just redone it, and this one is ready. That's our ring finger. I love them. Like, I love the fact like how the transfer foil is showing through from underneath, and I love it. Those flowers and the color combination, I think, is just fantastic. Like, really romantic, really pretty set. And I hope, guys, you have really enjoyed. It's quite dark, isn't it?
So, yeah, they're in the mouth.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yes, they now pretty. Sometimes things look ugly in the camera. Yeah, but that's what we have created today. I hope you have guys really enjoyed it. I'm sending you huge glittery hugs, and bye for now.